Hello twin flames and welcome to the DM to DF reading for Friday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in both of my Divine Masculine decks today. We're going to bring in the Divine Masculine Dark Truths and the Divine Masculine Dark Truths Come to Light. So we're going to connect with this deck first and then the second deck is really going to explain it all. So thank you, angels. What do the masculines want to say to the feminine today? And if you would like a personal reading with me, I am available right now. You can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. What do the masculines want to say to the feminines today? Card sticking out and one jumped out on the floor. There we go. And what do the masculines want to bring to light today? Wow. Not many cards coming out, but I feel there's such a powerful reason for that. Let me just see if anything else is coming out. One at the back. Yep, that's it. So these are all the cards. So I feel these are going to bring in a very clear, precise message. Oh, look at this. I wonder. I want to tell you how I feel. So your masculine definitely wants to reach out to you. I wonder what you would do if I turned up at your door. Expect me. So what he's saying to you is, I've been visualizing contacting you. I've been visualizing turning up at your door and wondering what you'd do because I want to tell you how I feel. So this is a great message from heaven to expect them. But to expect them without that expectation that can let you down. You know, sometimes when we have expectations, we get disappointed because we expect it to happen now or soon or within a specific timeline, or to happen a certain way. And when it doesn't happen to our plan, we get disappointed and we think there's something wrong. And then we overthink it, we cause more problems, and we go into pain. So let go of all of that and just trust the love, because he's saying to you today, I want to tell you how I feel. I am on my way. It's going to happen. So this is about getting excited about the anticipation of what's to come. And the reason he wants to tell you how he feels, and the reason he's been thinking about you and visualizing you and wondering what you'd do if he turned up at your door or sent you that message or rang you up, is because he's been connecting with you in a powerful way. He's saying, wow, in those clothes, looking like that, wearing that smile, wow. So I feel a lot of the masculines have been searching for you on social media. They may be checking out your profile, looking at your picture, seeing what you're up to. And if you haven't got social media, it doesn't mean they don't have a look, because they can Google your name to see if anything comes up. Maybe even to see in the hope of a glimpse of you somewhere on the internet. I just wonder if you're there. They may even have had a glimpse of you out there somewhere. Maybe you've walked past each other and you didn't realise, or maybe you do realise. They could have drove past you if you live locally, or they've seen you in some other way. They may have seen you on social media through YouTube or some other platform. But they're definitely saying to you, in those clothes, looking like that, wearing that smile, you are wow to me. Wow. Wow, I can't get enough of you. Maybe they visualized you or had a dream about you, and it's brought up all of those feelings. So your masculine is definitely connecting with you today in a very powerful way. And he's saying to you, if I've been ghosting you, I don't mean to. I don't mean to disappear and not reply. I just struggle. I struggle to deal with what I'm feeling. And sometimes the intensity of you and our love spooks me. And I feel the need to isolate myself from you to calm down and think. So he's saying, I've been calming myself down and thinking. This is where I've been able to process my feelings and our conversation and work out what to reply. And you might think, well, you haven't replied to me for months or even years, but he's taken this time to work out his truth. He's saying, I am in love with you and I always will be. That's his truth. That's what he's been working out, working through, trying to understand how he can change, because he's saying, I fear change. I'm afraid of change and how I'll handle it. I'm afraid of being left alone. I'm afraid. Please don't leave me. So what your twin is saying to you is, I've been working through abandonment issues, fears around you leaving me, fears around being alone, fears around being lonely, fears around making changes and things not working out because of my own fear of failure or letting you down because of things that have happened in the past. I'm afraid of change. Maybe he's got children and he's afraid of how those children will be affected by the change. Or maybe he's afraid of what his family will say, or being judged by the outside, judgment from society, or programming, things in his psyche that he's been holding on to for a long, long time. So he's saying, thank you for bearing with me as I make these changes. I'm just a little bit afraid of change and how I'll handle it. So I've gone within me to work it out. But I know what my truth is, that I'm in love with you and I always will be. And wow, in those clothes, looking like that, wearing that smile, I know that in my heart and soul. So he's saying to you, it doesn't matter what you wear, even though in those clothes you look amazing. So maybe some of you have put a picture out there because you've been to an event, or maybe you were looking your best, or you've shared a picture where you know you look good. But really what it is that smile. It's your smile that turns him on, because when you smile, Divine Feminine, it lights up your face, it lights up your eyes, it radiates the warmth within you. And that's what he feels. Wow, look at your smile, you must be happy. So he's also a little bit scared of you moving on, wondering what the reason is behind that smile, wondering if it's because of him or someone else. And he wants to know what you're doing, he's curious about you. And that's why he's saying, I wonder what you're doing. I wonder what you've been up to. I wonder where you've been spending your time. I'm curious, and I want to tell you how I feel. That I love the way you look, the way you smile. That the truth is that I'm in love with you and I always will be. And I wonder what you'd do if I turned up at your door and told you that. Or reached out to you in a phone call and expressed that. Or had a video call with you and showed you that in the power of my eyes. I want to tell you my truth. So the truth is coming out. So if you feel he's ghosting you, he's not. He's processing. Remember, it's our perception of what's going on. So we may feel ghosted, but we can turn the feeling around by giving to ourselves everything we crave and need, and realizing how valuable we are. The problem we have as a Divine Feminine is that when we feel ghosted, we feel we're not seen. We feel that we're not heard. We feel misunderstood. And that causes pain. It causes pain in the solar plexus. We get a feeling in the solar plexus like our stomach is dropping out of our bodies. We feel sadness. And he's saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disappear and not reply. It was about me. It wasn't you or anything you did. It was me. I was struggling to deal with what I was feeling, the intensity of it. And I felt the need in that moment to isolate myself, not just from you, but for everyone around me, so I could calm myself down and think. And that's also what they do when they block you. You may worry when they block you that you've made a mistake or done something wrong, but you haven't, because there's no mistakes on this journey. There's just lessons that lead to blessings and love. And what he's done is he's got pressured by his own mind and his own self, and he's needed to isolate. So the masculines take it to those extremes when they feel they can't handle anything. They can't handle your light. They can't handle your love. They can't handle that pressure. So they block you to block out the distraction and all the struggle so they can feel safe. And when they feel safe, when they've calmed down, when they've restored themselves, when they've had time to think, they always unblock you. They always unblock you because they're afraid of losing you and the connection going away. The problem we have is we're so quick as a feminine to rush in instead of allowing them to take the lead. So remember, if they unblock you, they felt safe enough to do that. But they also need the time to approach you again. So when they unblock you, don't jump in and message them, because they just might block you again. Because they might get stressed out by the intensity, thinking, oh, were you waiting for me to unblock you? Were you watching me? What was going on? It may cause them an intense reaction. So they block you again. So instead, smile about it and say, whoa, he's unblocked me. That's amazing. I'm going to work on me. Maybe you want to share a different photo. And he's saying, wow, looking like that in those clothes, wearing that smile, wow. And then you receive your message, because he wants to confront you and communicate with you and move towards you when he feels safe to do so, when he feels relaxed and calm and in an energy of peace, so he doesn't feel like a failure, where he doesn't feel like he's messing up his words and hurting you with the things he says, where he feels calm and collected enough to express the truth to you in a very calm, gentle way, where he can talk about the future without feeling rushed to make it into more than it needs to be in that moment. So trust the love. He said, I'm not ghosting you. I just needed to isolate myself to work out what I'm fearing, to deal with my inner fears and to work out my truth, to return to you at the right time. And that's what I've been wondering about and working out, because wow, in those clothes looking like that, wearing that smile, wow. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.